One, two, three, and guess what, y'all? We are live. We are live. We are live. We are live. Welcome to the Maurice Delk channel. Welcome, everybody. And I got a very special guest right here. And I've been following for a long time. I've been following him for a long time. And I got some people that have been following him. They're like, man, did you see Kevin Cohen? I watch him, and he got some good stuff on here. He got some really good points, some good topics. And I looked, I said, you know what? I kept watching you. I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and inbox you on Facebook and say, man, can you come on my panel? Let's talk. Let's talk real talk. And here you go, brother. And it's an honor to have you here. We got the legendary Kevin Carter.
Good to be here. Good to be here. Long overdue.
Long overdue. Long overdue. You know, don't get it twisted. This is long overdue. And we all be busy in our lives. And you know what? We might as well link up. Because 2020 is coming up next year. And this is time we have to really stay close.
That's right.
You dig what I'm saying? So I'll ask you, brother, how long have you supported Trump? I mean, what's your story? I mean, where you at? Where you at?
Got you. Well, first of all, I remember watching Trump do an interview. I think it was with Pierce. Man, it had to be about a good 8 years ago. And I was listening to him, and I'm like, man, you know what? He's making a lot of sense. Now, at that time, he hadn't even talked about running for president or anything. Then when he announced he was running, my ears kind of peaked up. Initially, it was between him and Ben Carson.
Okay.
And when Ben Carson didn't make it, I was like, well, you know what? Best candidate after that is Trump. Thing that interests me about both of them is neither one of them were politicians. But I also had a little bit of background listening to Trump and his political views. So once Ben dropped out, I was full in on Trump right off rip. The rest of them came across like politicians. And, you know, Trump was saying things that really, really appealed to me. But here's what really made me kind of say, wait a minute, there's something about him that's different based on how the media was attacking him and Democrats and Republicans were attacking him. Anytime you stir up that hornet's nest where both parties are attacking the outsider, that's an indicator that maybe the outsider might be doing something right. You know, so when I start seeing him pile on, and right after he had made that announcement coming down the escalator, and he talked about the illegal immigration, and on that night, CNN posted a big blurb saying Trump calls immigrants, no, he said Trump calls Mexicans rapists, drug dealers, and murderers. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, wait a minute, I watched that whole, you know, press conference. He wasn't calling all Mexicans rapists.
Thank you.
That's that. So that right there made me sit up like, wait a minute, man, they got an agenda. Like, they have an agenda. That's when I start paying a lot more attention to him. But I supported him for pretty much the whole ride. You know, it was between him and Ben Carson. But once Ben dropped out, then I was all Trump.
This is real, yo. And wow, your story is similar, like my story. You know, I'm just giving you a tiny bits and pieces. And one day I saw Trump. Everybody hated this dude. They hated this dude. Yep. And I'm a very controversial guy, right? They don't like Trump. They don't like Trump. Like, you know what? Y'all don't like Trump. You know what? Forget this. I said, I'm going to order a Trump shirt just to piss y'all off. That's what I did. Right. And I was kind of like just ordering it just to look. I walked around just to trigger them. And then I ended up like listening to him like, hold on. I kind of like this dude.
Yep.
I started looking deep. And then someone said, how do you support Trump? So what? He said all Mexicans are rapists. You know what? If he said that, I promise you I would not support it. If he said all Mexicans are rapists.
Yep.
And so I researched it. No, it's Google. They couldn't find me. That's all right. When you find it, holler at me and I won't support it no more.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, but yeah, I mean, it's been a ride ever since then. And I take some heat for it. Don't get me wrong. You know, I took heat for it off grip, still take heat for it every once in a while. I went salsa dancing last week. This one girl, she won't even dance with me no more. Because, once she figured out I supported Trump, man, every time she see me, she walked the other way. I'm like, well, go ahead. If it's that serious to you, you know. So people, man, they taking this real serious. But see, the bad part about this, Mo, is the people on the left are the ones that's taking it that serious where they can't even communicate with people who support Trump. I mean, I don't hate nobody. You know what I mean?
Right.
I can sit back, talk to any liberal if they're sensible, if they're reasonable, and if they're not angry.
Thank you.
Right. But if they angry and they vicious and they calling me names, then go ahead your way. But they're not going to catch me doing that to them. That's not my style. In fact, I don't see very many people that support Trump ever talk about the left in that context, like aggressive or angry or none of that. It's just we disagree. We just disagree with them. So it's weird, man. We living in some strange times, my brother. Strange times.
Strange times. And wow. Remember, I had talked to you right before I have done before we done this video, right? I was in Madison, Wisconsin, and I actually talked to some Antifas. I took a picture with an Antifa and said, "We united." I have gotten a lot of slack for that, but I'm about uniting everybody.
Well, here's what you do, man. Like, I look at it like this. I'm willing to reach out and talk to anybody who's willing to talk to me. Yeah. I mean, I know oftentimes we argue about the left not wanting to have a conversation with us. So we got to be willing to have conversations as well. Now, if I reach out to somebody or I have a conversation with somebody who has totally different political views than I do, and they're trying to bring me in, then of course we're going to have a debate. The goal would be to understand what that person is talking about and then share my views with that person. Hopefully we'll come to a common ground. Now, I don't believe in Antifa's tactics. I've seen what they do. And I would be willing to talk to any of those guys in the context of saying, hey, man, why this approach? Yes. Why this ideology? Why these tactics that are used?
Yes.
And how do you feel your tactics are benefiting Americans? Or even if they're not involved in that, to be associated with the group that does that, I would question, how do they feel about all the negativity that comes on the group, even if certain members aren't a part of that? It would be kind of like me being in the mob, and I said, well, I don't do what the mob do, but I'm in the mob.
Yeah.
People would still be going, they'd still be going, wait a minute. How do you feel about all the negative stuff that comes along with just the mob, but yet you're part of it? Yeah. So I would try to, vibe with them and say, hey, man, how do you feel about the people in your crew that does these things? And why are they doing these things? And try to, get to understand them and also share my views with them. So.
Man, this is real, y'all. This is real. And this is, listen, everybody, this is deeper than the MAGA movement. This is deeper than the MAGA movement. This stuff is going to get even deeper. Dude, we got 2020 coming up. Coming up really soon.
Yeah.
Really soon. 2020 is around the corner, and we have to prepare ourselves. We have to prepare ourselves.
Yep.
Woo, take it away, man, because I'm heated, man. I've been triggered lately.
Yeah.
I've been triggered.
Well, I tell you what, man, 2020, if Trump wins, is going to cause the left to absolutely flip out and lose their mind.
Yeah.
Now, I do think that after some things get exposed about what the Democrats have been up to, what the FBI and CIA have been up to, I think there has to be some type of shift once that all comes out from public opinion about Trump and also the media's approach towards Trump. It's going to be real hard for them to continue this bashing of Trump if they find out that there was high level corruption in the government trying to get rid of this guy and they don't cover it. I mean, the ratings are already in the tank, but nonetheless, it's going to even be worse, man. But the problem is they have done their fair share of damaging the minds of so many Americans leading up to 2020 that trying to deprogram them from this Trump derangement syndrome is going to be very difficult, man, because some folks have lost all rationality when it comes to Trump. They can see, like the same thing with the killing of Baghdadi.
Okay.
When that happened, every American should have been celebrating. But you have people that are so upset with Trump, and I'm not talking about just the media and the Democrats.
Come on, bro.
Regular people who just like, I don't care. You know, I don't care. Whatever this guy does, no matter how much it benefits us as a country, I don't care. It's wrong. I hate this dude, period. And, you know, it's really damaging to the country, man. It's horrible what they have done when it comes down to dividing, you know, the country.
Yeah.
People divorcing, friendships broken up, all because of this. You know, and they keep driving this narrative 24/7 that this guy is pure 100% uncut evil. It's crazy. It really is.
And all our president is doing is standing up for us, that we live here.
Yeah,
he don't want us to be a socialist country.
Right.
That's all. Look, the one world government is eventually going to happen, but I believe my God sent Trump here to slow it down.
Yep. And people don't see it, man. It's like God is using an unlikely source.
Yes.
Trump is standing in the way of their agenda. And people, even church folks, don't even catch it. And I'm thinking, don't you see the agenda of the Democratic Party and this liberal progressive movement? Everything about it is anti-Bible. Everything about it is heading in the direction of biblical end-time prophecies. And yet, many church people get distracted by Trump's personality or this narrative that he's a racist, and especially black churches, man. That's what really gets me. You know, I was watching something and they were saying how the majority of churches in America vote Republican, except for the black church.
Thank you. Why is
except
that?
For the black church.
Why
I mean, it kills, and yet black people go to church and everything is spiritual until it comes down to politics. And it's like they don't even incorporate politics into their biblical beliefs. They'll throw all of their biblical beliefs out the window off of one word, racism. You know, racism. And it's like, okay, forget all of the anti-biblical principles that the Democratic Party support. All y'all have to do is tell us racism, and we will say, let me set the Bible down and vote for these corrupt, evil, horrible politicians, man. It's amazing. What state are you in? I don't even know.
I am in Wisconsin. I'm originally from Chicago, Illinois. I'm like an hour away from Chicago, so I'm a Chicagoan, but I'm in Wisconsin. But I'm in Wisconsin right now. That's where I'm at right now, Wisconsin.
Bet.
Cheese state.
There you go. Yeah. But yeah, man, it's that's just how they roll. I mean, and it's almost like I was telling somebody before, when Trump was running against Hillary and those WikiLeaks emails were released, I said to somebody, I said, you got to look at this through a spiritual eye.
Yeah.
Trump would be like a carnal person in church, whereas Hillary would be like a demonic person in church.
Thank you.
Thank you. Has the smile, has the big Bible, has the dress, know how to do the big claps, you know how to shout, got all the lingo, praise God. Right, yeah, hey, you nudge them and they speak in tongues. Right. But yet got evil and wickedness and deceit in her heart. But God showed us that through the WikiLeaks emails. So people was looking at Trump carnally based off of his lingo, his attitude, things he say. But yet it was like we were able to see into the heart of Hillary Clinton through those emails. And I'm trying to get people to see that. And they were so focused on the outward appearance and behavior of Trump that they were missing the spiritual enlightenment that God had given us into her heart. The lady was wicked, man. And if she would have won, we would be done. And if they win in 2020, we're done.
And that rhyme, you said if she would have won, we would have been done.
Done. Yep. That's true. We'd have been done. So, man, I just thank God, man, that Trump won. And I'm looking forward to him winning again. And of course, looking forward to the complete temper tantrum that the left is going to throw when he wins again. And you know what the narrative is going to be? It's because America is racist, misogynist, you name it. We're going to be everything under the sun. So, but yeah, man, I think he's going to win very easily in 2020.
Because you got so many dumb down, even dumb down black people don't even want to vote. They ain't even gonna vote. Can I take the truth, bro? Black people don't vote.
Right.
Negroes don't vote. Negroes don't vote.
Why you think they're trying to replace us with all the illegal immigrants? They need another voter base. we ain't a shoe-in right now for them. So it's tricky, man.
It's tricky to rock.
That's right.
It's tricky,
right.
man. And it's like I'm tired of it, man. I'm tired of all the lies that's among us, and we have to expose the lies, man. It's like what's really going on.
That's right.
Dude, November the 1st, as soon as that came, my Facebook page was like lit. I would at least get it at the lowest 100 people like it. No one gets my notifications no more. Nobody.
Oh man, hey, I'm telling you, they killing me on YouTube. In the last like 2 months, I've only increased 151 new subscribers.
Yeah,
I mean, in 2 months, people are telling me they're being unsubscribed. People are telling me they're not getting my notifications. The censorship is real, and it's a shame, man. And yet YouTube hides behind the keyboards too. I mean, you log in. I talk to a representative. All they want to do is just type with you. They won't talk to you, and they won't give you any justification of why they're censoring you or suppressing you, or your videos aren't suitable for advertising. Yeah, I mean, it ain't right what they're doing, man. I'm working on another platform right now. On Monday.
Talk about it, Kev.
Huh? Yeah, on Monday, I'm gonna be meeting with a guy who's working on a platform he's developing, and we're gonna launch it and see how it works, man. If it works, it's gonna be beneficial to a lot of YouTubers that want to be unleashed and be able to say what you want to say without being suppressed. So we're gonna do the test run probably coming up this week, and then I'll be making some announcements about it pretty soon.
Hey, holler at me, Kev. Holler at me, Kev.
Definitely.
We do this together, man. We got to all do this together, because I'm telling you, the globalists is really trying to destroy us. Make us like the Terminator. You ever seen that movie, The Terminator?
Yeah.
They're trying to make us like this.
Yep. It's unbelievable, man. And people are so asleep at the wheel while it's happening right up under their nose. It's killing me, man. It really is.
Yes.
Hey, check this out. I'm gonna get some dinner and my phone is dying, man. So if the people want to know anything about me, or you want to ask them something about me, hit me with it, and I'll drop it out there before my phone kick out and I run in to get some to eat. Normally I'm sitting in you asked me earlier, was I in a Walmart parking lot?
Yeah.
Normally that's where I'm at. This time though, I'm sitting in a restaurant parking lot.
So, okay. Yeah. Anybody got a question for Kevin out here? Anybody got a question? Anybody? Can I get one question before we go ahead and dip on out and just boom? See ya. No questions? Any questions? I'm gonna give you all a minute for a second, and we're gonna go ahead and just All right.
That's Missy single.
Shut up, sis. you fucking up. Wow, sis. You said. John said, ask him about Juan Williams.
Juan Williams? Man, hey, Juan Williams works overtime to defend stupidity. I mean, it must be in his contract that he can't even agree with stuff that makes practical, logical sense. So Juan will respond to a topic that I say to myself, there's no way Juan Williams can dispute this or flip this or spin it. And somehow Juan contorts himself every single time to make himself sound dumber than he already is. And it's a shame. I cannot stand when Juan, I know every time, as soon as they get to Juan, I know it. I'm like, Juan's going to go ahead and say something dumb. And what does he do? He never disappoints me. Juan is batting 1,000. The guy's unbelievable, man. So yeah, Juan needs to go. I'm waiting for Fox to call me to replace his butt because he's horrible. Did I lose you?
No, you're good. I just gave you the spotlight, man. I just gave you the spotlight.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, Juan's horrible, man. Between him, Shep, I'm glad Shep's gone, but Juan should be the next one to get out of there. And they probably could go ahead and throw away Donna Brazil too. I mean, she's trying to hang in there just to keep the job and not sound too crazy, but she's garbage too. She can go, you know. So, but yeah, man, Juan's the worst, absolute worst. That's why every chance I get, I make a video destroying Juan and Juan Williams. Unbelievable, man.
Okay, my guy D in here says that Juan is there for aggravation.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, and you know, I know what Fox is trying to do. They're trying to seem balanced or get, you know, some opposing arguments and things like that. But when you go so far out of your way to dispute something that is indisputable, now you just sound dumb. Now you just sound like a hater. You know, I mean, it could be something like, okay, Juan was killing Baghdadi good. Everybody across the board, yes. Well, I mean, you know, it just depends. I mean, what's good? I mean, and I'm going, see, there we go, Juan. You're working overtime to be dumb, you know. So, but yeah, man, he's the pits. He's the pits. Yeah, absolute pits.
All right, y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. Hey, I appreciate you, Kevin, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate being on there. And now that I know you got this mechanism, I'm gonna have to flip it, and me and you can do one on my channel.
All right, let's do this. Let's flip it. Let's flip it. Let's flip it. So
absolutely, I gotta work with it though, because I'm not too familiar with this program yet. I don't want to get on here and make a fool of myself.
Hey, I'm gonna say in a second. Actually, I'm gonna end the feed. I'm gonna have you stay online for at least 1 minute.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for coming on here, and I appreciate you, Kevin's Corner, for coming on here, and we're gonna do many more work together, man. I appreciate it.
That's right.
Anything I say before I end this vlogcast?
No, just check me out every Wednesday, 7:30 live on my radio blog talk show on Wednesday, and on my live stream, Facebook and YouTube. Other than that, just, you know, you can find me Kevin's Corner. You can also catch me at you can find me on Facebook and Twitter. You know, I'm all over the place. Just type in Kevin's Corner, you'll find me. But hey, I just love doing this, man. I love getting together, and we got to stick together. So let's do it again too, real soon.
Amen. Let's do this together real soon, Joe.
That's right.
All right, y'all. Peace out. Hey, stay online. All right, peace out, y'all.
Okay.
All right.